The anniversary of the blog is coming up, and I wanted to make this video, and because I really suck at organizing things, we're gonna do this like the joys and concerns at my church youth group. Yay! Alright, so, I am the Mun, my name is Marlog, and these are my joys and concerns from this year. Alright, so a joy is that I've been gaining a little over a follower every single day. You know, like I've been gaining a little over a follower a day. The actual anniversary hasn't come up yet, and we've already got 383 followers. So that's pretty damn baller. I've given specific thanks to specific followers in the thread down below. Concern or disappointment, I guess, negative, generic negative, is that there were a lot of times where I really just hated what I was doing, where I was kind of like, everything I do sucks. Like, I don't put out enough original content, nobody follows me for the rare original content that I put out, nobody gives a shit about what I'm doing, which is good because I suck at it anyway, you know, because everyone has days where they just feel like everything that they do is completely useless. But a joy from that is that I don't always feel like that. Sometimes I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, close to 400 followers, suck my dick. But, and you know, on the rare occasions when people do talk to me, you know, and there's another joy from that, is, you know, I've been up for a year, I've got close to 400 followers, I've never gotten any anon hate, I've never gotten any dumbass questions like, Terezi, do you like the color red? Solix, can you say Mississippi? So glad I haven't gotten any of that. So that's a joy, you know? No, like, I may hate what I'm doing from time to time, but no, if anybody out there hates me, they're not telling me, which is a good thing. And, that's fantastic, and I love that. Another negative is that the cosplay asks, which I threw up on accident, really. I thought my friend had invited me to join her blog, but really she was just inviting me to be a guest, and she wasn't available the day I got into cosplay, and I was like, shit, I am gray, what do I do now? And so I threw this shit up on the blog, and it gendered Prince? Yeah, you know, roleplayed with me for like 2 pages, and that was fantastic, you know, especially for a last minute, here, have this, that popped up. That was fantastic, and I got a little anon question. Thanks to you. You know who you are, maybe. You probably forgot. But that was a lot of fun, and I really love cosplay, and so I started doing it some more, and Karkat got a shit ton of questions, and Solix did not. And neither did Terezi. Like, Terezi came back and she got a question. Karkat got 7. I think, see, I had a friend send me in some, so I'm not counting those. I think including the ones that my friend sent me, I got like 12. Solix got 2 real questions, and then I sent myself a couple. So yeah, that's a bit of a concern. I mean, like, obviously Karkat's a favorite, you know, but even still, it's kind of like... But a joy from that is that, you know, there is a character that's liked, even if it's not my favorite character. People like Karkat, you know? Even if nobody sends Terezi anything, and I'm like, yes, this is my favorite character, and nobody sends her anything, and then there's Karkat, and it's kind of like, everybody sends him something, and I'm kind of like, well, I mean, he's obviously still a favorite of mine, so that's still good, you know? I'm making a point to include a joy in every negative that I have, because obviously if there were more negatives than joys, the blog wouldn't still be up, but I have a crap ton of fun running this thing, you know? Especially lately. I mean, I've been kind of down lately, but especially lately, I've had a lot of fun with Ask Bloodthirsty Solix talking to me, and Ask That Snake, and an old friend from RealmsCon sent me a drawing request, and that turned out great. And then Ask the Fan Trolls sent me a request, and that was cool, you know. People are talking to me, and that's cool. I think the only thing that could really be counted as a concern is the fact that people seem to be forgetting that I'm an Ask blog. People, someone actually recently thought I was a personal blog, and I'm kind of like, fuck. really, they didn't mean anything by it, obviously, but it still really hurt. It made me feel like I'd failed at being an ask blog, and I was kind of like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's the only thing that I can really count as a concern, but considering the amount of times my friend has asked her friends to send her in questions, I suppose I'm just gonna have to busk up and start asking for asks, and I'm kind of like, on one hand, I'm kind of like, why do I have to ask for asks? And then on the other hand, people are like my friends were like, maybe they think they're only supposed to ask questions for like all three of them. And I'm kind of like, I don't know why you would think that, but I guess that's a thing that you think, you know? It's something to think about for the future. Just, how am I gonna handle this blog in the future? I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with roleplay, because I really like roleplay, but I know it gets really annoying seeing all that crap on your dashboard. Like, there is this, you're gonna know who you are. Please don't be offended by this, but there was this one roleplay that just appeared on my dash over and over and over again for a pairing I really hated, and it started out with flesh. And it was, I just scrolled through my dashboard, flesh. Oh, okay, just keep scrolling. Flesh, fuck, flesh, fuck, flesh. Just keep scrolling, and there's just a lot of flesh. And I was kind of like, this is fucking fantastic. So I know it gets really annoying seeing all that shit on your dashboard. And I learned a valuable lesson about not deleting the read more links. That picture's gone forever. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out roleplay in the future. If that becomes a thing that happens, I'm gonna have to figure out a lot of stuff. I don't know. Things to figure out. Hopes for the future. Getting more asks, figuring out how to do roleplay, and getting more asks for that cosplay shit, because while it is rare, it's fun. Also roleplay with me while I'm in cosplay. That's an order. It's not an order. But yeah, those are my 3 hopes for next year. That and like my reblog content will go down. I'm really excited. I had this like likes full of shit that I was planning on reblogging, and I got it down from like 300 to 82. So that's cool. So hopefully more original content, because it pisses me off when people think I'm a personal blog and when they think I'm a fuck yeah blog. You know the fuck yeah blogs. Now that that's over with, I'm gonna share fun facts and just random things about the blog that I wanted to share. First off, this blog was actually going to be a Terezi blog. It was just going to be a straight up Ask Terezi blog. But I realized that I'm way too attached to Soul Resi, and there would be times where, like, my sister always asked me, like, who's your favorite character in Homestuck? And usually it was Terezi, but sometimes it was Karkat, you know, and then sometimes it was Solix, and they really just kind of duked it out for first place, you know. I could never make any of them third place. So my friend at one point was just kind of like, just fucking do all of them. That solves your problem right there, man. And I was kind of like, yeah. Because you know there were like a crap ton of Ask Terezi blogs and a crap ton of Ask Karkat blogs and some Solix blogs. And, you know, fair amount of Soulcat, Karezi, Soul Resi, fucking forget it. So I was like, all 3 of them, let's go. Yay, OT3s. Because even if you don't like Soul Resi, you probably like Soulcat. So there's that. And so it's like, haha, I can trick you into following me. And, so that's why that exists. When I first started this blog, I was kind of like, how am I gonna do Solix? What the fuck? But, I roleplayed with enough Solixes, I think I picked up on some stuff. Hopefully. And my Karkat's really... This is another fun thing. This happened recently. Is, in the recent updates after Retcon, I've noticed that Karkat is a lot more mellow. And it was really interesting, because for a long time, everyone's like, Vriska is mind-controlling everybody! And I was kind of like, shit. The way I RP Karkat is when he's being mind-controlled by Vriska, that means he's out of character, fuck. But now he's probably not being mind-controlled by Vriska, so that's cool. Terezi's just me. Solix is my perception of Solix from other people. Like, it's like, I like that, and I like that, I'm gonna take these. It's like my perception of Solix from what other people have told me. Karkat's my perception of just Karkat, and Terezi's just me. Fun fact, when this blog first was put up, it was originally going to be run as though Terezi was running it, and occasionally Solix and Karkat took over. But I talk too much for that. I've got too much to say to let Terezi say it. So that died, and as a consequence, this blog became very Mun heavy. You know, it's very, very easy to see me in the blog, which is why I really can't blame people when they're like, are you a personal blog? And I'm like, the deepest of sighs. So yeah, final summation. Final summation. I'm having fun running this blog. It's a bit frustrating at times, but y'all make it worth it. Honestly, you really do. I'm very, very people-oriented. You know, like, I pretty much go to cons specifically for the people. I'm the asshole who doesn't buy anything. And y'all make it worth it. You know, even if you don't talk to me, even if you don't reblog any of my shit, even if you're just kind of like, even if you're here for my reblogs and you're just kind of like, why is this asshole talking so much? Just reblog stuff, please. You know, you're still part of my follower groups. You still put up with all the shit that I throw at you. So, still good. Still good. And I still want to thank you for that, so. Here's to a good year, and to another good year, you know? Let's just keep moving, shall we?